So Charles, pre-season testing, I'm guessing went as good as you could have hoped for. How are you feeling ahead of the season?
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, we've done a lot of laps, which was our main priority, not having any major issues with the car, only the bouncing, of course, in Barcelona, but we managed to improve from Barcelona to here with the bouncing. And we've done a lot of tests, so that's exactly what tests are for. And yeah, it was very interesting. So we've learned a lot. We haven't changed much the car from the first test to the second test, which I think is a good thing also for the knowledge of the car, and we know quite well the car. So I'm happy with this test.
What do you think's made the difference this year? Has it just been a stronger winter? Has it been you guys have just gelled quite well? Has it been just the new rules and it's given you an opportunity?
I think it's mostly the new rules that gave us an opportunity. I mean, whenever you are a bit late on something in Formula 1, then to recover is very difficult. So from 2020, once we did a step backward, then it was very difficult to come back at the top. But now, this year, with the new rules, a completely new project, it was the time for us to be back at the top, and hopefully we managed to do that. It's not sure yet. We'll have the full answer on Saturday during qualifying, but it seems that we are closer to the top at least, which is a good thing.
Now you spent, 3 years now, this is your 4th year with Ferrari. You've seen Mattia come in and change the culture, change the organisation. How important do you think that aspect of getting the team in a good place has helped you guys react really well to the 2022 rules?
It is very important, and I think that also with the 2020 and 2021, that were 2 very difficult years for Ferrari, we improved massively, and we have grown as a team so much in these last 2 years, and we work so much differently compared to when I first got to the team in 2019, and in a much better way. So this is positive, and this is what gives me confidence that we are a team that can win races. Yeah, now it's to see still the potential of this year's car.
Now, development is going to be key this year in trying to get the potential out of the car. From what you've seen back at the factory, do you feel like the team are well placed to react really well in this kind of development race we're going to have?
Oh, this is a very difficult question, but again, I think coming back to the way we work now, this is what gives me confidence that we are a team that can challenge for wins, and which means that we can develop a car very well. We are very well aware of what are the weaknesses of this year's car, what we need to work on to be faster, and it is very important to have clear targets on such a new project, to know what are the weaknesses, where you need to work on, and I think for the team it is very, very clear where we need to improve as a team now. So we'll try to obviously have the best upgrades possible and as quickly as possible, and also learn from others. Once they finally put everything to the 100%, it will be even clearer what are our weaknesses, and then we'll maybe change a little bit slightly our goals.
I remember when you first joined the team, and also when you were at Sauber as well, it took you a little bit of time to settle in before you were confident enough, I guess, to talk to the team. You've been here a long time now. Have you had quite a hand in trying to put your view across for this new car?
Yes, I did. And this is very important. Obviously, I did slowly got to know more people in the team and had more of a voice in the team for the development direction I wanted as a driver. But now the team knows me very well. They know exactly what I want from the car. I think last year with Carlos, we've done an amazing job, and we require the same thing from the car, which is very, very important for a team, because otherwise you just kind of need to take 2 development direction, which is not the case with us. So this is very good, and again, I think the result, we've seen it already from testing with the balance of the car, especially, where I was much happier compared to last year.
Now, talking about Carlos, you guys seem to have a really good relationship on and off track, and you said that you guys want the same sort of thing from the car. I guess, has that helped you guys really drive the team forward?
Yes, it does. It does, and as you said, we have also a very good relationship outside the car, which is very important, because there's this competition between teammates, but we also know how to work together and to have a fixed goal that we want to achieve as a team. And again, the balance of the car, what we are searching for, is more or less the same thing, which helps the team to work just in one direction.
You're just as competitive off track as well, aren't you? And whether you're playing chess or tennis or paddle.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You should come and film some paddle matches. I mean, there's so much competition, probably even more than in a Formula One car. But it's fun. We are really enjoying it, and at the end, we are spending so much time together that it is very important to have a good relationship between teammates, and that's what we have. So on that, I'm happy.
In the hope that hopefully you guys will be challenging for wins, for podiums in the near future, how do you think that will impact the dynamic between you guys?
Well, I don't know. I believe that we are clever enough to make a difference. I mean, a separation between what happens on track and what happens off track. I think we get on very well together off track, and I believe that this will stay the same. Then, of course, things will sometimes be tense on the racetrack. It's normal. I'm here to win, he's here to win too, and he wants to beat me as much as I want to beat him. So this will always be the case. But we need to be clever enough for it to not to never make our relationship worse. But I don't think it will ever be the case.
Now, it's always difficult to talk pecking orders at this time of the year because no one really knows where we're at, and this year more than most because the new rules for 2022. So what are the team's minimum objectives really this year?
Oh, minimum objectives. I mean, I think our objective is to try and fight for wins whenever we can. Realistically, if I need to make a guess now, I will say we are a little bit behind Red Bull. But Mercedes, we don't know. We really have no idea where they are, but for sure they will be in the front, in the top three. So it's going to be close, but I still believe we are a bit behind. So we'll have to work hard to try and catch up a little bit.
To be that close though, it's probably the best position you've been in a pre-season going into the year. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel happy, but I don't get carried away. I mean, we still need to work extremely hard, and we cannot relax because again, we don't know. This is my guess, but it can also be that we arrive in qualifying and we are much further away from the top positions. So to prepare for this, we need to assume that we are still quite a bit behind and that we need to work very hard, which is the mentality now in the team. And I think this is the right mentality to have at this moment of the year, where we just don't know what is the 100% of every team, and there are still a lot of question marks. So yes, it's been positive tests, but yes, there's still be a lot of work ahead. So
just finally, we've talked team goals. On a personal level, race wins you mentioned for the team, but what would you like to achieve this year?
It's honestly the same answer as the team goal, to be fighting for wins. I miss it. I mean, I've had 2 wins in 2019, which are moments that I will never forget, and to be fighting for competitive positions gives you a lot of motivation. So yeah, this is definitely my goal, to be fighting at the top again.
And if you've got a car that can fight for a world championship, are you ready to take the fight?
Well, I feel ready. I mean, I've always felt ready. You need to feel that way as a driver. If you don't believe in yourself, then stay home. And I believe in myself, and I feel much readier than I was in 2019. I'm more grown. I have more experience, which will help. So yes, I do.